The second motion is an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So I call upon the Prime Minister Victor to speak for the motion for 2 minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I knew, Michael, that it's you, Michael, then I would wonder whether I would pick it up. Such a formidable opponent. Well, an apple, yes. Ever since I have been growing up, my mother told me that an apple a day keeps doctor away. Now, I was growing up in Eastern Europe, in Czechoslovakia. So it has been, first of all, far away, and it has been a long time ago. Now imagine my surprise when I came over here and similar sentiment prevailed. Everybody was talking about an apple. But truth to be told, they were talking about everything else. Apple is just one of the many ingredients of healthy diets. They were talking about all kinds of fruits, vegetables. They were talking about even wine. Wine contains flavonoids, and if you drink a glass of wine every day, it keeps you healthy. They talk about fiber. Now, imagine my surprise last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, when I was watching Dr. Haas, and he asked the visiting doctor, if you were to recommend one fruit, one food which would keep us healthy, what would you recommend? And he said, an apple. What a surprise. At the beginning, I should have stated, though, that an apple a day keeps doctor away should not be taken literally. It is simply saying that it's a very good for you. And based on my growing up, and based on this statement, and variety of readings, I believe that apple is an excellent fruit to keep you healthy and keeps doctor away.
Thank you, Victor. Okay. To speak against the motion, we have Michael.
Well, Victor, you say that an apple is very good. Well, who can argue that? But that's not what the debate's about. The debate's about whether or not it keeps the doctor away. I don't know about the Wizard of Oz or whatever that doctor's is, but he's a TV personality. And your mother's advice about eating apples in communist Czechoslovakia, let's face it, there wasn't anything else to eat there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very easy for me to disprove, and I only have to speak personally. I eat an apple a day, and I've eaten an apple a day for most of my life. I'm 71 and a half years old. By my calculations, I've had about 6 a week for 71 and a half years. I don't usually eat apples on Sunday because I'm in church all day, but so that's about 300 apples a year. By calculations, roughly 23,478 apples I've had. I eat an apple a day and I have asthma, which I regularly see a doctor about. I eat an apple a day and I have tooth decay from eating those very apples that you say are good for me. I see a doctor for that. I have serious allergies. I see doctors for that. I have type 2 diabetes. I eat an apple a day. I see doctors for that. I have rheumatism in my fingers. I eat an apple a day, but I see a doctor for that. This is all very sadly true. I had prostate cancer. I had radiation. I saw a lot of doctors for that. An apple a day. I took it with me sometimes. I have macular degeneration in my retina in my right eye. I eat an apple a day. I see a doctor for that every 6 months. I have hearing aids because my hearing, I see 2 doctors for that. I eat an apple a day. So does my doctor. I have a bad knee. I have to have it operated on soon. I eat an apple a day, probably made worse from carrying home all those goddamn apples. I have thyroid cancer. You can tell by my voice, I've had my thyroid taken out. I have an apple a day. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't keep that doctor away. I see that doctor every 3 months, and I'm losing my voice even though I have an apple a day. And I'll probably have to see a doctor after tonight. I also have cataracts that I'm going to have operated on, and I have a deviated septum for which I've seen doctors 4 times in my life. I could go on, but I think I've proven my point. If you vote for him, I'm going to throw an apple at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm lucky to be alive. I've stopped eating apples. The only thing that will keep me from seeing the doctor, ladies and gentlemen, is death.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Michael, we did not want to know your medical record was thicker than the Bible, but anyways, thank you for that. Okay. Calling the Prime Minister Victor back again for 1 minute to rebut the Leader of the Opposition.
Michael, excellent humor, but no evidence. If we were to base our studies on your health, I suppose you will stop eating completely because everything else is responsible for your sickness. Fortunately, that's not the way we conduct studies, and it wasn't, by the way, Dr. Oz or Wizard or Waz or whatever, but it was a visiting doctor, medical doctor, who was talking about nutrition. And it was very reliable information. Your tooth decay, diabetes, knees, and so on. Michael, come on, even we cannot believe it, and we don't know very much about nutrition. But your humor is excellent. Czechoslovakia actually was full of variety of fruits, but apple was the one to eat. It is very convenient, ladies and gentlemen, and if you eat it in the car, if you eat it wherever when you go for a walk, if you eat it even when you are shopping, it will keep you healthy.
Thank you, Victor and Michael. Okay, so to judge the motion with the show of hands, people for the motion. 9. So we have 9 votes. And show of hands for against the motion. 8.
Could I add more?
For is 9 and against is 8. So we have proven apple a day keeps the doctor away. Thank you.